Pathophysiology of myofascial pain syndrome. So there is still a lot that is not known about biochemical and generally the factors that are influencing the DMPS. So generally, underlying biomechanical and postural factors may interact with neurological factors, for example, radiculopathy. There is some psychological elements also included, like depression, for example, and anxiety. There may be also some hormonal and nutritional imbalance. Yes, so these factors probably works in concert. Yes, so in some or in part of this, and wait a moment. So probably it is heavily related with the acetylcholine leakage, which creates dysfunctional endpoints that are responsible for taut muscle and band formation. Yes, so acetylcholine is generally, as you know, the major excitatory neurotransmitter. So it activates also the muscles in order for them to contract. So if we have too much of the acetylcholine, it leads to muscle contraction. Sustained muscle contraction for a long time is painful. There may be also some positive feedback cycle. Yes, generally we know that the organism likes the negative feedback cycle. In the case of the positive feedback cycle, this is the loop that strengthens itself on the time. It's not balancing like a negative feedback loop. So the positive feedback loops are quite frequently the roots of some diseases. And this may be created by the interplay between increased acetylcholine release, sarcomere shortening, and release of sensitizing substances. So, generally, when we investigate the hypothalamus, pituitary, adrenocortical, and sympathetic adrenal medulla system, there is some increased concentration of cortisol, epinephrine, norepinephrine, so substances that are related to some activation of the sympathetic nervous system also. And the taut muscle band present in this condition has a higher resting tension and contains hypercontracted muscle fibers. Yes, so we have these hypercontracted muscle fibers, and this is very important in this. So there is also some possibility that we are sure that there is also a fact that when this contraction is sustained for a very long time, there is an increase in local energy consumption. Yes, because the muscle is contracting, and we have the hypoperfusion ischemia because the muscle is contracting, so it's compressing the vessels around. And there may be some vasoactive mediators that are released in the setting because we have some ischemia. Yes, and those may increase the acetylcholine release, and acetylcholine causes the contraction, and we have a loop that leads to exacerbation of local ischemia and sensitization of the peripheral nociceptors, so we have a pain. Okay, thank you very much.